fresh cut flowers from your garden in spring and summer, or maybe you just like to get them at the grocery store where they're a really good deal when you get the big bunch. But then you bring them home and you put them in a vase and you realize, oh my goodness, they're just all flopping over. It's not as pretty as I thought it was going to be. Well, how about if we made it easy for you to arrange your flowers in whatever vessel you'd like, the vase you have at home, wonderful things. That's exactly what we're going to talk about next. This is the Easy Arranger set of 8 floral arranging guides. It'll come with those pretty glass gems that you see. And now, no more flopping flowers. You can get a bunch at a great value, bring them home, and it looks like you went to a florist because they're arranged perfectly. And I'll tell you, the value that we have is outstanding. So let me introduce you to Patricia Cook. Hi, Pat. It's wonderful to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Thank you so much. Hey, listen, Pat brings us terrific products that inspire us to be creative and are also little helpers. And so that's exactly what this is. Well, you want to walk me through what these do?
This is, okay, so what you see here, this almost looks like a flower when you look at it up close.
It does.
If you've been lucky enough to get flowers from the florist and you've ever noticed, they tape out their flowers with sticky tape and they make a grid system with it. Well, that's the concept of the Easy Arranger. You're getting a grid system, but this one is reusable over and over and over again because it bends and it molds to whatever vase or vessel you use. And we have like the biggest kit ever with it this year.
We'll show you right here.
So you're
getting 5 of these all together?
Yeah, so you're getting 5 different sizes. Leah's hand is on the brand new candle arranger. It's got a nice big 3-inch hole in the middle so you can fit a flameless candle, a regular candle. You know, I love that. And I'll show you a demonstration with that in a minute.
Okay.
And then you get an 8-inch,
okay,
a 6-inch,
okay,
a 5-inch, and a 4-inch. And now you're getting these high quality glass crystals. These have a coating on them so they reflect almost like your chandelier crystals will.
Yeah, like Aurora Borealis.
Yeah, they're amazing when you see them on your arrangements.
Okay, but so show me how it works.
Okay, so without an arranger, look, your tulips just kind of go blah. And tulips are hard because they are that flimsy stem. But just on a ball jar, take a look at how simple this bends over the top of the jar, and now I have this system. So if you were afraid to arrange before, now you're just filling in the holes. And you're gonna see how my tulips are gonna stand up taller.
Look at that.
They're supported, and because they're spaced out, you're not gonna use as many. You know, if I wanted to fill this with a bunch from the store and make them stand up tall, I'd probably need a couple of bunches. Well, this was only about 9 blooms.
Wow.
And with that, my jar is gonna look like it's full.
It does.
Really quickly.
Yeah.
And tube flowers, you're just starting to see your daffodils are going to start poking up around here. They need support or they will droop.
Look how pretty that is.
Look how cute that is.
How many times have you get a dozen flowers and you think a dozen flowers is fine until you put it in a vase and those dozen flowers just kind of flop over? This is what you do, 8, 9 flowers
I think there's
there?
about 9 blooms.
Oh my
and I
gosh.
cut them off, but this is the beauty of Easy Arranger too. When you have to change out your water every about twice a week for your flowers to keep. This just lifts off, you grab your stems, dump your water, and then you drop them back in, and there's no more arranging because they just drop right back in place. From this little arrangement to that giant one by Leah, if she lifts that up by the arranger a little bit, you're gonna see how they just come straight up.
I can now replace the water, refresh the water. I'm not having to rearrange my How do you see how easy this is? Oh my good, and this is like I was saying, you can get those bouquets at the supermarket and they're so affordable and they're really pretty, but when you get them at home and you just put them in the vase, you realize I'm like, well, that's not as pretty as I thought.
And this is all ages too. I always say if you can clip the flower, you can arrange it with Easy Arranger, and it's great because it fits all kinds of shapes in your home, and they're not just round, even though the arranger is round because it's metal. It bends to all different shapes and sizes.
This is a great idea. If you love fresh flowers, this is perfect. This is the way to have, it's the arrangement that you see when you get them from the florist and you wonder, well, how do they make them stand up?
Yeah.
Having a grid so that each one is kind of standing and is displayed beautifully. And I like that I can use any vessel I want. So whether it's square or round or larger or smaller or more narrow, I can do this.
Right, so this is a square, and this is the 6-inch arranger, and you can see it just bends right over the square, and I'm ready to use the square. And then this is our new arranger in the candle Kindle version.
Okay.
And you can see this is just an anodized bucket that I put silk in, so it's not just fresh.
Wow.
And then you have a centerpiece with the illuminated candles.
Isn't that a great idea?
It's just so much fun.
You could take the one that you put on the square, take it off, put it on around,
Yep.
because they're reusable.
Over
That's the
and
beauty.
over.
All right, so here's what you do. You let us know if you want it. The Easy Arranger set of 8 floral arranging guides with the glass gem accents, just $19 for this set. So worth it, less than $20. If you have fresh flowers or even silk flowers that you want to arrange beautifully, it makes it really easy in whatever kind of vase or vessel you'd like to use. So you're watching QVC Plus Live, and this is QVC in the Garden. We're bringing lots of help